Senator Ben Pangilinan introduced the bill that became a law that allows GovGuam to issue bonds backed by the Tourist Attraction Fund to pay for several tourism-related projects. For example, the construction of a museum, flood mitigation in Tumon, repairs to the Plaza de España, and the purchase of property in Gun Beach or Gogotnia Beach in Chamorro and the Fai'ifai Beach area that lies just around the corner.
The idea would be to purchase that property, and over the years we would discover the history and unveil the history of Guam that's buried underneath that area by archaeological digs and so forth. So it would be an ongoing project. It will be green space. It will allow for the exploration of Chamorro artifacts in those areas that are undisturbed at that time. So it's almost like an archaeological park that we would develop, much like you have in Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu is an ancient Inca city in South America that Pangilinan says is an archaeological park and a huge tourist attraction for Peru. But not everyone thinks this is a good idea, at least at this time. Governor Calvo's chief of staff, Frank Arreola.
I think it's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. I just think that timing-wise, I don't think it's where we want to put our priorities at this point in time. Our priorities as an administration has always been to help those who are most vulnerable. So healthcare issues, the Guam Memorial Hospital needs pharmaceuticals and supplies. That's going to be definitely a top priority. Education and capital improvement projects on the education system side, that's very important. Ambulances, having working ambulances, those are very, very critical components.
Pangilinan says that the Tourist Attraction Fund shouldn't impact GovGuam operations much, as most of those funds are used for tourism-related projects and to fund the GVB. As for which lot GovGuam is eyeing, the law doesn't specify any particular lot, but rather allows GovGuam to purchase any lot in that area that is up for sale. There were 2 lots identified during the public hearing as being up for sale. One is owned by the Taisano family and is known as Fai'ifai Beach. The other is owned by a Korean company called Hamel. This property, however, is under dispute, as former Senator Ted Nelson has laid claim that it is his ancestral property, and in fact has been disputing this in court for the last 8 years. Nelson says that land surveys were manipulated and his ancestral lots were taken. But he's all for the idea of GovGuam purchasing the property.
Well, I will not be an obstruction to any effort for the culture center or whatever they want to build. I welcome it. I testified. Our only concern is that we want justice. I don't want to be dragged to court like what I've been doing for the last 8 years. And if they're going to pay for it, they got to pay me first for my land.